In new games, the emphasis is not on winning, it's on participation and having fun. Those are the keys. Beyond that, there's all sorts of things that are true, but if the two things aren't true, it doesn't work. We can have kids of all ability levels play the games. That's because it doesn't matter who wins. If it's a catching game, the one who's it first tries to catch the strongest and fastest first so that they can catch more people. So then the ones who normally don't win are left at the end, and so very unlikely people win, the ones who usually don't win. And so that really opens it up. Everybody has a chance to win. A lot of the games don't involve winners, so everybody can participate. Sometimes the little kid has the best ideas, but everybody has a chance to participate. That's what makes it different. There's no reward at the end, except that, in terms of like a trophy. We don't do that. You won the game, good, you can start the next one, let's keep playing. You were able to do it and have fun, and that's the reward. Another thing is that the kids can learn a lot of skills through playing these games. And where traditional sport or whatever, kids like back off or they don't get to learn those skills. In these games, they do. And there's a game called rotation baseball. And in this game, everybody is active. Where in typical baseball, you're just kind of standing around waiting for something to happen. Or if you're not very good, you're out in right field and they don't want you to really touch the ball. But here, everybody touches the ball every time. They're all learning skills of catching, throwing, hand-eye coordination for batting. And it's all, constant emotion. Another example is half the feet. And in this one, you have a group, say, of 4 people, and they have to go from one point to another point, say 20, 30 feet away, but they only can use half of the group's feet. So they have to think of ways to get from one place to another, and they have to try to do it a different way each time they cross. So they have to really use their imagination to come up with ways. Sometimes they'll be carrying people or hopping or rolling, or you never know what they're going to come up with. And it's almost always, every time I've done this, that they come up with a different way I haven't thought of before. And it's really quite interesting, and it's great to see them use their imagination. All of the games involve listening skills, because you have to listen to know what the game is, and following directions, which teachers will tell you are pretty darn important. And it's involved in every game, but the self-interest of the kids is very high, and so they'll do this stuff. In the meanwhile, they're learning how to do these things, how to listen, how to follow directions. And we don't say, well, you just learn how to listen and follow directions, but they have. I'm saying not to use these just for PE or during recess times, but during the classroom times, because the teachers can use these games to teach things. Some are very easy and it's obvious, but they can adapt other games too, so that they can teach what they're trying to get the kids to learn. Kids will remember it better when they play a game. And I think, I'll make a bold statement here, I don't think there's anything that can't be taught in a game. Now, asking teachers to adapt all those things might be a little much, but there are definitely games that I do which are ready-made and can be used just as they are. The skills other than cooperation, which is a pretty big one, are self-control, because they can't just act out and do strange things and be a part of the game. If they do, we remind them of what they need to do to be a part of the game. If they really can't control themselves, we ask them to sit out for a bit and come back when they can, and that usually works pretty good. So they do control their own behavior, and that's a big part of being in a classroom too. Teachers really appreciate that. And a lot of times, if some kids are acting out, I say, oh, come out here, help me show this. That gives them a role. They're looking for attention. Okay, they've got it. Takes them out of the negative loop and puts them into the positive side. After a couple games, they're all laughing, they're all participating, they're intermingling after a while, because I make sure that I do a game that we do that. And after a while, all that tension is gone.